Hi guys, and welcome to my WrestleMania 40 Night 1 review. So yes, last night we had the first night of WrestleMania 40. Oh, the hype was high, the excitement was high, I couldn't wait. One of the most excited I've been for a WrestleMania in quite a long time. And yeah, this is a really good looking car for both nights, so I was very excited, and I'm happy to say that night one, for the most part, was really good, as night one usually always is. I think they always kill absolutely. Night one's always a really good night for it. The last couple of two-night WrestleManias. So yeah, and that last night, Mania 40 in Philadelphia, was no exception. So yes, I've got 7 matches to talk about. So yes, let's get to it. So to kick off night one, we had Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. And this was a really fun 17-minute match. Rhea and Becky delivered. Maybe not quite as good as Rhea and Charlotte, or maybe not quite as good as some of us we were expecting. Maybe like this would be a 25-minute war, but it was still a very fun match. Don't get me wrong, very good. Definitely the best match Rhea's had since the match with Charlotte at last year's Mania. You know, Rhea and Becky work well together. You know, Becky was targeting Rhea's arm for a lot of the match. There was a few very close bits where Becky had Rhea in the disarmer, and Rhea was like, really selling it, but she managed to get out. Rhea kicks out of a manhandle slam, which is really cool to see. Not many people kick out of a manhandle slam. I think at one point Becky kicked out of a riptide. I was like, who kicks out of a riptide? That's like Rhea's final boss finisher, The Rock. No one kicks out of that, but yeah, Becky did. Maybe Charlotte kicked out of it last year, I don't know. But then towards the end, Rhea hits a riptide on like the turnbuckle, and then a turn back in the ring, boom! Clean as a whistle, 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Great match. Not, like I said, probably not quite as good as Rhea's match with Charlotte last year, but still very good. Definitely the best match she's had in this last year since the Charlotte match, and yeah, Rhea looked like $1,000,000. She's just beat one of the top women in the company with Becky. She beat one of the other top women in the company last year with Charlotte. Yeah, and the sky's the limit for Rhea Ripley. Maybe who's going to be her next defense? I don't know. Maybe Liv Morgan. Maybe Liv Morgan could be the one to dethrone her. Maybe in a few months. But so yeah, Rhea Ripley continues her reign in a really fun match. And then to continue the really fun match, yes, we had a 6-pack tag team ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. We had A-Town Down Under, Awesome Truth, Judgment Day defending the belts, DIY, New Day, New Catch Republic, and Awesome. I think I said Awesome Truth, didn't I? Yeah, really fun ladder match. I mean, a ladder match at WrestleMania was always really fun. This went 17.5 minutes, and it was just a lot of fun, man. I think maybe the match of the night, or maybe we'll get to that. But I think in terms of just pure fun wrestling and spots, it was probably the match of the night for me. I really enjoyed it. All 6 teams delivered. Both sets of belts were on the line, so the SmackDown belts were there, Raw belts were there, and within like 7-8 minutes, A-Town Down Under won the SmackDown belts. I was like, oh, really? I mean, I know Grayson Waller and Austin Theory do have a lot of potential, and they're vicious heels, but I just think they could have gone with a better pick. But anyway, so they won them. There's a bit of a boo. So then obviously all the other teams were scrambling to fight for the Raw belts, and this is when the match got really fun. Every team shined. There was just some crazy ladder spots, some drops. There was some cool table spots. There was an amazing spot with what's his name? JD McDonough is about to cheat and grab it for Judgment Day, but then he gets pushed off the ladder, flies out the ring, bam, through the tables. I was like, oh my god, it was just pure chaos. I loved it. And then towards the end, you think Judgment Day are going to win it. I retain, like, no. But then Awesome Truth, R-Truth climbs that ladder. I think it was R-Truth. He climbs it and grabs the titles. Yay! Awesome. What's up? What's up? I'm so happy for R-Truth. I mean, I think this is his first ever singles title. Oh no, of course it Buddy isn't. I mean, he's won other titles, but I mean, I think it's his first tag team title. But, 52 years of age, and to do that at WrestleMania, I'm so happy for him. He deserves it, man. He's been so good, R-Truth, the last few years. His whole shtick with the 24/7 titles has just been brilliant. His things with his little comedy segments with the Judgment Day, and yeah, him and Miz have won the Raw tag team titles. I'm so happy with both of them. You can tell it means a lot to the R-Truth. He looked a bit emotional at the top of the ladder. I hope they have a decent reign. Part of me thinks they're only going to have like a month with those belts. Maybe they'll drop them at Backlash. I hope Miz and R-Truth have a decent reign. Don't just give them like a month reign and then have them drop it to another tag team. But we'll see. But I'm really happy for them. Amazing match. And then we have 2 sets of tag teams finally back on Raw and SmackDown. Because those tag team belts have been undisputed and joined since like halfway through, 2022? So I think so. Yeah, it's been quite back a year and a half. So I'm happy to see they'll split them back again. So yeah, we've got a tag team on Raw and tag team on SmackDown. Really happy with that. And a great match. And continuing the really fun tag team matches, yes, we've got Rey Mysterio and Andrade with Carlito, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, and Zelina Vega, going up against Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio with Angel, Berto, and Elektra Lopez. Really fun 11-minute tag team match. Yeah, it was obviously a bit shorter than the first two, but they had some really fun spots. Andrade and Rey looked great together. They had this really cool double jump out the ring together on Dom and Santos. That was brilliant. Santos Escobar and Dirty Dom hit a few heel tactics as usual with Angel and Berto, Legado del Fantasma helping out. But obviously they evened the scales with LWO on ringside as well. There was an amazing spot where, was it Joaquin Wilde? They like bounced the ropes and Joaquin Wilde went, whoa, he just went flying. Oh my God, that was really fun. And then towards the end, Rey Mysterio and Andrade both hit, I think Rey hits a frog splash on Santos Escobar. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, LWO pick up the win. I mean, fair enough. I mean, it's another loss for Dominic to his dad at WrestleMania, even though he didn't get pinned this time round, did he? So I think he's kind of protected Dominic. But yeah, it's a tag team loss for him. And maybe next year is like Rey Mysterio's retirement match, and Dominic finally gets his win and retires his dad at Mania 41. Ooh, spicy. But yeah, good fun match. And then we probably got the only really downer of the night, I think. Yeah, this match was very disappointing. So we had a singles match. Yes, we had Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso. And yeah, this was a letdown, man. Considering how much hype this match had coming in. Jimmy and Jey, the build, the feud, the story. These two have been a tag team for so long. I mean, one of the greatest tag teams in history. And obviously the whole breakup last year, and then Jimmy constantly costing Jey. So anyway, you know the build-up. I don't talk about that now. Yeah, so the build-up was huge. The hype was huge. And this match was just felt like a bang average match. It went 11 minutes. 11 minutes. I think people were expecting this match to go 20, 25 minutes. It could steal WrestleMania, this match. And it went 11 minutes. Way too short. And for half the match, all they did was super kick. And I know that's what they were going to do, super kick. And then there was a really weird spot where Jimmy was like, no, please, we're brothers, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, come on, Jey, don't fall for that. And then Jey falls for it. Jimmy goes for a frog splash. Jey kicks out. Then Jimmy gets all pissed. Then Jimmy hits a few super kicks. Sorry, Jey hits a few super kicks. Jey hits the frog splash, 1, 2, 3. And I was just like, I mean, it was fine. But I think we were expecting a lot better than fine for Jimmy and Jey's big brother versus brother match at WrestleMania. This was a letdown, man. It didn't get given enough time. This match should have easily gone another 10 minutes, I think. Why was it given such short time? Jimmy and Jey can't be happy with that, considering the main event was nearly an hour. Well, it was over an hour if you include the entrances. Well, they could have given Jimmy and Jey a bit longer here. So maybe there'll be a rematch at Backlash, and maybe they can have a better match there, because this was a bit of a letdown, I think. Yeah, definitely. It was still a fine match, but for what we got, I think it definitely under-delivered, and it was a bit disappointing. Yeah. Okay, then we got a 6-woman tag team match. Yes, we got Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill going up against Damage Control. Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Oh, Kairi Sane, lad. Oh! What? This was fine. It only went 8 minutes. I mean, we weren't expecting it to go too long. It was just basically a little mini showcase for Jade Cargill to show us what she could do. I mean, we saw bits of her at the Royal Rumble, but this was her first proper match. It was fine. Damage Control hit a few moves here. They kind of worked over Naomi and Bianca for a little bit, but then Jade Cargill made the hot tag at the end, and they were like, "Oh god!" Damage Control looks scared, and Jade Cargill, yep, she just battered Dakota. She battered Asuka, and she battered Kairi Sane. She hit about 6 moves, and then I think Bianca hits the KOD on Dakota Kai. I think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was. I mean, Jade Cargill hit like 6 moves, 6 cool moves, but still, I want to give her a bit more to do. But it was fine. It was fun. It was just a little fun showcase match. Yeah, it only anyway 8 minutes. It was a fun little tag team match, and yeah, the future is looking very bright for Jade Cargill. I think she's definitely a future women's world champion. It's just a matter of time. Probably later on this year, she's going to challenge for one of the women's title belts, without a doubt. Oh yes, and then on to a really good match. Yes, we got a singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Yes, we had Gunther defending his belt, going up against Sami Zayn. And yeah, I was pumped for this match, man. I loved like the underdog story build of Sami. Can he do it? Can he do like the Rocky 3 build? Like I'm afraid of failing and all that. You can't beat Gunther and all that, and all that build. And then before the match, then Sami was with his wife and kid. Then Gable. And Gable even said the Rocky 3 line, you owe me a favour after this. and then Kevin Owens was like, go do it. Like, yeah, Sami's winning. You can't give him all of that and then not have him win. And this match was great. Really, really good. So brutal. So the match gets started and yeah, Gunther just dominates the vast majority of it, as you would expect him to. He's been such a dominant champion. And the story is, Sami's the massive underdog, even though I don't think he should have been, because he main evented WrestleMania last year and won night one. Anyway, in a singles match. So this was great, yeah. So Gunther did dominate, and he was constantly looking at Sami Zayn's wife, going, "This is really, this is the guy, huh?" Just constantly beating him down, and then Gunther hit a powerbomb, his signature powerbomb, his finisher, and Sami kicked out, and I was like, Who kicks out of Gunther's powerbomm? Then I think he hit 2 more, I think. And Sami kicks out again. Like, what's going on? Then he starts hitting a bunch of the Gunther splashes, the drops, boom, boom, over and over again. I think he hits 1, boom. Sami kicks out. Like, what is going on? I mean, it's very reminiscent of Sami's just like Iron Man. Because I remember in the tag team match last year against the Usos, he just kept kicking out of everything, and they're doing it here. And Gunther was like, "What's going on?" And then he just hit splash after splash after splash. And it's like he's not going for the pin when he probably could have pinned Sami several times. He's like, he just wants to punish him. And then he goes for I think he goes for a splash again. But I think Sami counters. There's a massive hot put. And then Sami hits a bunch of haluva kicks in the corner. I think he hits 2 or 3 haluva kicks. Boom, in a row on Gunther. Gunther's shocked and dazed. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn does it. Oh my God. And dethrones Gunther. Ends his legendary record-breaking 666-day title reign. Yet Sami Zayn has done it. He's dethroned Gunther. Wow! I did predict Sami in my predictions. I think a lot of people were going Gunther's retaining. Sami's not the right guy. Maybe there still is an argument to be had that was Sami the right person to dethrone Gunther? Could it have been Chad? Could and should it have been Chad Gable? Could it have been Ilya Dragunov making his main roster debut? But it wasn't. They went with Sami Zayn, and I really enjoyed it, man. I know Sami's already had the IC Championship a few times, but I'm hoping this can be his best reign, definitely. I hope he has a good few months reign, and it's a win-win for me. Sami gets his big singles win at WrestleMania, dethroning a legendary title reign, with Gunther, and Gunther, this frees him up to go to the main event picture. Or maybe there'll be a rematch. Maybe Chad, Gunther, and Sami. There'll be a triple threat at Backlash. Maybe. But I do think this definitely does free up Gunther to go to the main event title picture. He's had a legendary reign, the longest ever IC champion. But yeah, I think it was Sami's time, and definitely with that underdog storyline, it was very obvious that he was going to win. So I'm really happy for Sami. What a match. It was probably like Gunther's own fault, because he did have Sami beat with those splashes, I think, but he just didn't want to go for the pin because he was wanted to punish Sami. So I loved the story, and he got caught by his own hubris and arrogance. Then Sami took advantage of that. Boom, with the haluva kicks. 1, 2, 3. It was great, man. The crowd went nuts. It went 15.5 minutes, but maybe it could have gone a few minutes longer, because I think for a reign as long as Gunther's, maybe this could have had a slightly longer match. But yeah, still great. Still very, very good match. And yeah. Sami Zayn is the new IC champion. Woo! Oh my God. And then let's get to the main event of night 1. Oh my God. How do I talk about this match? Oh God. Fasten your seatbelts, get your popcorn. Right. So yes, we had a tag team match. Yes, the biggest tag team match in WrestleMania history was billed. The Rock and Roman Reigns going up against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. And the hype was huge for this match. Obviously, the build for this has probably been the best build going into WrestleMania. At the expense of Roman and Cody for night 2, which, anyway. And this match went 44.5 minutes. 44.5 minutes! that's like that's got to be the longest WrestleMania main event of all time. I can't. What's come close to that? Roman and Cody last year went, I think, 35 minutes. So yeah, woof, 44 and a half minutes, and that's not including like 20 minutes of entrances, like what felt like a 10-minute video package. This was like well over an hour. Oh my god! But the Rock's entrance was amazing with all the lightning and Cody and Seth was great as always. Roman's was great. So how do I start about this match, man? So yeah, it started off with Roman wrestling for quite a bit. The Rock didn't wrestle for a bit coming into it, but then he made the tag, and Rock looked great, man. Gotta say this right now, The Rock looked great. I think there was maybe a little concern that he is probably a few years past his prime now. Well, tell me 10 years past his prime, but he still keeps himself in amazing physical condition. He said on like the Jimmy Fallon show he's been training for months for this match, and he looked great, man. The Rock looked fantastic for what he's in his 50s now. He doesn't look like he hasn't. Well, you still got it. That's the chance, isn't it? So yeah, and then both teams split up for a bit. Rock and Seth go and fight out in the audience. Roman and Cody go and fight up like at the Titantron. We had that for like 5-10 minutes. That was crazy. Then they get back in the ring and they start to get more tag team action. Seth was getting worked over for a long time by The Rock and Roman, just constantly getting beaten down. Cody was waiting for the hot tag. Then Cody makes the hot tag and he starts like beating up The Rock. He starts beating up Roman. It was just great, man. The second half of this match was chaos, absolute chaos. That was a really funny spot with The Rock's beating up, I think it's Seth or Cody. I think, and the ref starts counting, and The Rock goes, "You start counting, you're fired." So funny. I love it. And then I'm going to skip a few spots, but then Cody rock bottoms The Rock outside the ring through the announce table. Like, oh my god, that was so cool. And then when we get back in the ring, there was another really cool spot. I thought Cody and Roman. So Roman's about to go for the spear. Cody and Seth get out the way, and the Rock Roman spears The Rock. Oh, the Rock was like really selling it. Like, oh, Roman, what have you done? It's like I think that's we're going to come back to that for night 2 tonight. Anyway, Roman's like, what have I done? And then through that, Seth and Cody hit a double pedigree on The Rock and Roman together. 1, 2. Oh my! I thought that was it. I was like jumping out of my chair. Oh my god! Really close near fall. And then, well, I forgot when Roman. So when Cody got rock bottomed The Rock through a table, Roman speared Seth through the barricade. It was just crazy, absolutely crazy. But then I think that led definitely towards the end. I can't remember quite what happened yet. The Rock started like whipping Cody with the belt, but then The Rock got some payback as well. Like Mama Rhodes, The Rock was looking at Cody's mum quite a lot at the front row. And then towards the end, I can't remember quite. I'm sure I'm missing some bits out because this match was so long. But then towards the end, I think The Rock comes in. Yeah, I think Cody's on his own because Seth's out from the rock bottom. So much to talk about. Sorry, Seth's out from the spear through the barricades. Then Cody's on his own. And then Cody, yeah, I think he gets speared. Cody kicks out. Then The Rock comes in. The Rock hits a big rock bottom. People's elbow. 1, 2, 3. And yep, The Rock and Roman Reigns win. And that officially makes it Bloodline rules. Anything goes, no disqualification for night 2. And Seth and Cody were just dejected in the ring. The Rock and Roman did like iconic celebration on the out ramp. But The Rock had his own belt, which was given to him by Muhammad Ali's relative on the Hall of Fame, whatever. It looked cool. And yeah, Roman's obviously got his belt, the fireworks, and they did the exact same shot from last year's WrestleMania where Cody's looking all heartbroken, like, and they got the shot of Roman on the ramp. Yeah, it's like, oh, this is terrible for Cody. What's he gonna do? And yeah, we all know what's happening tonight. Yeah, all the odds are stacked against Cody. The hype building up so much. Cody's, what's he gonna do? He's screwed. It's Bloodline rules tonight. How can he win? We all know what's happening tonight, man. Cody's doing it. He's finishing that story. They've built this up so much now. Cody's getting beaten down over and over again. Pinned by The Rock last night. Heartbreaking loss to Roman at last year's WrestleMania. He's gonna win tonight. There's gonna be a big like Avengers Endgame moment where Roman's Thanos and the Bloodlines all of his army, and we're gonna get on your left with basically Cody as Captain America on your left, and all the it's going to be very identical. I think we're going to see John Cena, Jey Uso. I think Seth might even come out and help Cody tomorrow night, and I think Stone Cold. I think it's very likely we're going to get Stone Cold. He's going to come out, and The Rock's going to be like, and we're going to get a massive good guys, bad guys battle. It's going to be epic, man. And through all the confusion, all everything, Cody Rhodes will hit those crossroads and pin Roman Reigns. We know it's coming. And yeah, I can't wait for tonight, man. That main event's going to be epic, and I'm just ready. I'm ready for Cody's reign to begin and Roman's 1300-day title reign to end. I'm so ready. But what a match this was anyway. This tag team match. I'm getting off track. What an amazing tag team match this was. Could it have gone 10, 15 minutes shorter? Sure, but it was still amazing. The Rock looked great, like he hasn't missed a beat. Roman looked great. It was such an amazing match. And yeah, Seth, this doesn't look good for him, does it? Because he got beaten up and broken, and he's got a match with Drew McIntyre tonight. Doesn't look good for Seth, does it? But I think Cody Rhodes is definitely going to finish that story tonight and get his revenge. It's going to happen. So yeah, guys, that was night one. For the most part, really, really good. The only down point was Jimmy and Jay, which was just, I think, very lackluster. Everything else was good to great. Yeah. So yeah, guys, comment below. What did you think of WrestleMania 40 Night 1? Are you looking forward to Night 2 tonight? I certainly am. I can't wait for Night 2. Well, so what have we got for Night 2? Let's just very quickly go over the card for Night 2. Seth and Drew's going to be great. The 6-man Philadelphia street fight. Okay, tag team street fight. Eddie Knight and AJ Styles. Woo! The triple threat for the US title should be fun. Io Sky and Bayley. Come on, Bayley. And yet, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Bloodline rules. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait. Thank you all for watching, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with my Night 2 review. And yes, hopefully I'll be very happy chappy when Cody's done it and finished that story. So thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.